Dale Rosenfeld, and it's time. My friend Ken called me the other day. He's a veteran. He said, it's time. I finally got into handicapped housing, federally assisted program. I gave him a visit so that I could see what was happening over there. And there were so many very clear rules, down to what color wreath you could put on the door. Rules are good. Department of Health shows us many different types of rules. They shut down restaurants if they're not clean enough. So when I went and applied for my medical marijuana card, I expected to find lots of rules, but I struggled to find any. I did go to a doctor who certified that I had a qualifying condition. And when my card came in the mail, oh, it was time to start growing. I kept waiting for the Department of Health to show up, tell me what strains to put in the ground for my hip. They never did come. Until one day, bam, 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 bam. Oh, I woke with a start, threw on a pareo, ran downstairs, and two very professional police officers were standing there with SWAT across their chests. Where's your marijuana? Oh, in the backyard. I didn't know enough to say, where's your authorization to come onto my property? Where's your search warrant? Where's the Department of Health? Second time that happened, I'd seen helicopters, the Green Harvest surveillance flying overhead. We knew we were legal, didn't worry about it, and I went and had a lovely facial and came out to find my phone blown up. Sergeant said, we see that you had everything in order, but one plant had the tag fall off into the dirt, so we took it. What? Where's my receipt? Where's the Department of Health? I still didn't know enough. I was so in the dark that I couldn't say those things to him. The third time, sitting around, a couple of friends, and one looked out and said, there's a lot of cars coming up your driveway. 9 police cars. My friends scattered. Out of each of those cars came a giant man mountain with SWAT across his chest, a semi-automatic rifle, and a sheath of bullets. Finally, one little tiny woman came out of the car, still with SWAT across her chest. I asked her if she was from the Department of Health. She said she'd never seen the Department of Health come on any SWAT team raids. It's time. It's time to come out of the dark and learn about cannabis. You know, for years, people thought the earth was flat, and that was proven wrong. Still, some people believe it. For years, people thought cannabis was a gateway drug. That's been proven wrong. Yet still, some people believe it. It's time for the Department of Health to stop wasting your money and instead provide the education program that they promised 21 years ago when the medical use of cannabis was first authorized here in Hawaii. That education program would provide a much better understanding for patients, the police, and you, the public taxpayer. It's time for us to come out of the dark. But wait, there's more. More? The MORE Act of 2021 was passed at the federal level in the US House of Representatives last year. Now it'll go through the Senate. And once it's passed at the US Senate, it will be decriminalized. We will have cannabis that can be for legal businesses. But more importantly, Auntie with cancer and her granddaughter with seizures, and Uncle with his gnarled fingers from arthritis will be able to use their medicine without worry that the SWAT teams will come down on them. It means that Ken, my friend from the beginning of the story, won't have to worry that he's going to be kicked out of federal housing because he's using his medicine for his PTSD. Let's all learn. Let's all come out of the dark. Please join me for further conscious cannabis conversations and come out of the dark.